tuck my kids into bed, which I don't get to do nearly as much as I'd like to these days. But, you know, there's kind of two things from my point of view as of someone who's sat on the Armed Services Committee for a couple of years now, that I think of this policy and these issues through two very different lenses, and they're both important. One is purely the issue of discrimination, of equal protection in front of the law. And I think that's incredibly important. It should never be diminished. But I want to share a couple of thoughts on the second issue of military readiness. And I noticed there were some slides that were up when I came in. I don't know if those will run later or not. But I can tell you that having seen our nation spend something like $200 million to implement this policy, discharging 14,000 people from the military over the last decade plus, and having seen firsthand last year the incredible needs in places like Afghanistan on the ground, the needs for language skills, and yet watching at the same time as we discharge people with Arabic skills, with Farsi, people who can speak Pashto. This doesn't make sense from a military readiness perspective. And we are missing out on some of the best talent in our nation and in the world because we're putting this policy, this dated policy that is discriminatory, ahead of conduct and ahead of the talent that we need to achieve the military the missions that are important to us today. And putting those two things out of whack is not only a terrible thing for the people who suffer as a result of that discrimination, who either are discharged early, who have fantastic careers, who have done very good things for our armed services, or who have to live a lie to be able to keep doing the work that they love. But it also just purely hurts our readiness as a nation. And I think as a country, we're over this policy. If you poll the American people, 2/3 of them will say, it's time to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. But sometimes it takes time for the leadership to catch up with the people. And it has been a real honor for me to be a co-sponsor of the legislation to permanently repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I was very pleased to vote for the House language that supported that in the Defense Authorization Act. And I hope that we can still see this happen before the end of this Congress. But let me be clear, whether we do or do not see this repealed legislatively between now and the end of the year, this is a policy whose days are numbered. It's a policy that is rooted in the past. And I saw it firsthand on the Armed Services Committee when we had this debate. And people expected it to sort of break down, particularly within the Democratic caucus, depending on whether you were a blue dog or whether you were from, you know, the West Coast. It wasn't like that at all. It was very much an age issue. And I saw my colleagues from very conservative districts have no qualms whatsoever about voting to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell because they saw it as a merit issue, which is what it should be. And so I think we need to have this discussion as a nation. I look forward to a time when we don't need to have this kind of a panel anymore because we will have moved beyond Don't Ask, Don't Tell. But I want to thank the people who were willing to come and be on the panel here. I want to thank any and all of our veterans who are here tonight. This is a community that is very prideful of the people who serve this nation. We have thousands of people at Kirtland Air Force Base and retirees who call Albuquerque home, who have given great service and many, many cumulative years to this nation. It's something that's important to all Albuquerque residents. I'm proud to represent the area, and for coming out tonight.